Finally, something different. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another video, and today's video is going to be something a little bit different, but something I've been promising you guys since it was announced that this was coming, and that is a episode impression regarding the newest episode and the season opening of the new Sword Art Online anime, Alternative Gun Gale Online. And I'll be honest, I was super excited when this series was announced. I had been following SAO for a while and was super excited to learn we were getting a season 3. But I'll be honest, when I first saw this episode, I was going into it with a little bit of mixed emotions because I knew that this series was not going to include Kirito and Asuna, so I wasn't sure if this would actually be Sword Art Online anymore. But after watching the episode, this episode was really great, and I'm falling in love with Gun Gale Online all over again. It was really refreshing to see this, in my opinion. But before I ramble on about that too much longer, let's talk about the actual episode. So the episode starts off with a brief recap of the original Sword Art Online and how they thought that the incident with Sword Art Online would tank the future of VR MMOs, but in fact it did the complete opposite, as it gives rise to Gun Gale Online, where players duel with guns, not swords. We are then introduced to Squad Jam, a battle royale tournament which will take place within Gun Gale Online. It will consist of 23 teams with no more than 6 players each team, and the last team standing wins. We're then introduced to the team of M and Lynn. Lynn is participating because she couldn't get a concert ticket to a concert she wanted to go to, and frankly, now she had nothing better to do. And now Lynn, with her pink gun, which she calls P-chan, a P90, aka a Japanese submachine gun kind of similar to the MP5, which is used by American Special Forces. Just kind of a heads up before I go on too much longer. Lynn is kind of like Kirito in that she's an OP, highly skilled, undefeated player, but we don't learn that till later on in the episode, while M is a skilled sniper, as well as an extremely skilled analyst, so kind of like a male Sinon. But again, we don't learn that till later on in the episode. But anyway, the episode continues as the Battle Royale gets underway, and we see Lynn and M dropped in the forest, which is a complete disadvantage, as M is a sniper, meaning he has to be able to see his target to kill it, which is made difficult by the heavy cover, and it's definitely a disadvantage for Lynn due to her bright pink outfit and bright pink machine gun. She stands out like a sore thumb. So M hands her a poncho, and we actually see them check the map and decide with no enemy around they'll head south to the urban zone, an area more suited to their skill sets. M then has Lynn take the lead with him following her. In short, as they advance, Lynn realizes that although she is the team lead, she is being used as bait. Lynn then halts their advance when she hears machine gun fire coming from the urban area. M determines by the noise that it's machine gun fire from an from a 5.56 millimeter class assault rifle. A close real-world comparison, for example, would be to us basically the AK-47 mixed with submachine gun fire. And deciding that these aren't a threat because, of course, you have to be real close for the distance for those things. Deciding that they aren't a threat at the moment, they continue to advance to the edge of the forest where the first satellite scan takes place. This allows the team firing towards the forest to see Lynn and only Lynn, as she is the team leader, but when they start firing on her, they fire on her with a mix of 7.62 millimeter generic machine guns, multiple weapons, a 56 millimeter, and a minigun, which does exist in real life. It's used by American and Japanese military forces. They fire around 3,000 rounds a minute. This is all determined by M, who is still behind Lynn, and again, he's just determining this based off the sounds. We then transition to the guys firing on Lynn, the all-Japanese machine gun lovers, but they are destroyed by another team behind them, much to the relief of Lynn. M then arrives, and him and Lynn begin to scope out the situation, and that's when, as they're gazing along onto the horizon with the binoculars, they see this team basically rappelling down the side of a building, and seeing them maneuver, they're in awe, and it doesn't take long for them to get the message that these guys are pros. They're either police, members of the Coast Guard, the Japanese Self-Defense Force, a member of the members of the American military, or Japanese special forces or American special forces who are using Gun Gale Online to train and or prove their skills, basically just show off, which Lin thinks is cheating, but it's actually not because there's no rules against that. However, the pros, as they're dubbed, ignore Lin and M, probably thinking they retreated into the forest. Lin and M then decide to advance, however. They won't go after the pros just yet. Rather, they'll let the other teams eliminate one another as they advance to a more secluded area, and if they're lucky, they'll make it to safety before they're killed. We then watch their plan unfold as the pros continue to pick off other players, but allow Lin and M to keep going unimpeded. They're just letting them go as they run to the residential zone where they hide out and learn via scan that 15 of the 23 teams have already been eliminated. As they plot their next move, they decide based on their situation, they'll take on the pro team who they'll have to ambush to defeat. The pro team, we transition to them, we see them move into the residential area and see Lin on the satellite scan, but they can't see her in real life. So they're seeing her on the scan, but they can't see where she actually is. As they begin to analyze the area, they find a metal suitcase lying in the road, and inside that case, as it turns out, Lin is hiding as she pops out and opens fire on the pros with incredible speed and skill, even using the enemy's bodies as a shield, which isn't against the rules. This is actually something in the game. The remaining pros marvel at Lin's speed and wonder if she's even human. The remaining pros, after 3 of their comrades have been defeated, decide to resign the tournament as they deem the exercise over. And at this point, we're transitioning back to the real world. We're watching all this unfold on television, where in the real world, a group of kids who are watching the game marvel at the legendary, undefeated character with the pink avatar, Lin, who they know is Miss Karen, who arrives in the room carrying a tray of drinks, who insists that they stop doing that, they're embarrassing her, and that's where the episode leaves off. So again, not a whole lot to this episode so far, just an introduction to M and Lin and watching them work. It is just amazing how well this episode was, despite it not feeling like Sword Art Online anymore with Kirito and Asuna. Still a really great episode, and I loved this episode. It was so brutal, and so this series should have been how Gun Gale Online was done in the first place. You know, I kept saying that Sword Art Online should have ended with Kirito and Asuna, and that Gun Gale Online should have been something totally different. Kirito and Asuna should not have been involved at all. And lo and behold, that's what we get, and I really, really loved the concept, and I can't wait for the next episode. But anyway, in the comments section down below, let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode. Did you love it like I did? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What were your thoughts on the episode? Just let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.